Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Salute to my brothers. Salute to Mr. O. See you, baby. Early morning hours. Pray all are blessed and pray all are well, man. Life is blank canvas waiting for you to render your art upon it. Thank you, World Star, because they did it again. Well, here we have an example. Another example of Keisha and her hypergamy, right? Now, in the description, it says that Miss Renner and her entourage or whatever bitching out PJ. Why? Because apparently they have no proof at all, but it's rumored that he gives his new wife, not girlfriend, not concubine, but his new wife, about $1.17 or 70, I can't remember, either or, but only puts $11K in the bank account of her son. See, everybody will focus on, well, why is there only 11K in that motherfucker? Not stopping to consider the fucking fact that most of y'all ain't got 11K. See, she attached her value to that man, and now that he's no longer fucking with her and she's not the new wife, well, she has one mission, one job: make his life hell. You know why? Because that's what the hyena do. Yeah, this is what they do. Last time I checked, once she married to Kevin Gates, why you worried about PJ? But see, PJ was slow, and he didn't quite understand that he was being used as a piece, a pawn, a proxy, right? Something to be taken advantage of. And after she got him and she had the baby or whatever, she turned around and exposed her true colors. Now, those true colors were rather nasty. She got her homegirl recording, filming him, calling him a bitch. PJ's response is, well, from what I perceived, I heard, you can suck a dick though. Homegirl's response, well, I would if you had some money. Right there was a short display of how the culture, the hyena culture, worked. They all think alike. They think very similarly. And they believe, right man, right amount of money, they'll get down what they get down. And, bitch, you going to accept it. Well, a rational human being would stop and look at that whole situation and be like, hold up. This is a man of value. This man has wealth. This man has the ability to change my life, and before I have a baby, let me be his wife. Let me be something outside of a concubine to him. not to beat up. No, they're comfortable with being a concubine, with not having much and harassing you for whatever they can get. It's sad. It's sick. Because when you break down the psychology of women that would do such things, well, long story short, they don't really want much. They don't. No, they don't. You provide a lavish lifestyle for them, and they'll tear it down. They'll tear it all down, bro. More proof, more evidence that it just goes to show that the vast majority of them, it doesn't matter what your economic standing is, they gonna destroy that shit. What was the friend's goal? And she said I can record it, Brittany and her maturing lunch lady arms and shit. Shout out DC. Well, the friend's goal is to get knocked up by him too. That way they can both feed off of him for the long term, you know? Get some money from him. They have another shit by him and shit. Because as long as he popular and he hot, well, bitch, I might be too. Keisha culture is steeped in ghetto mentality, man. They don't care. They don't think. They have no concern for the fucking future. This is what they do. Open rebellion and destruction. Now, a wiser man of more years should have been at a goddamn young brother and be like, this hoe ain't what you want. Because as pretty as this man is, nigga, like 1,500 more. But apparently no one was there for PJ. Or maybe he was just that hard headed and he was like, yeah, it is what it is. Who knows, bro? Who knows? But either way, at the end of the day, PJ got him a nasty ass attitude having baby mama now. PJ, despite his means, is going to end up going through the average ghetto nigga experience now. Because this whole show flat out, she's willing to record it and broadcast their whole fucking life. Hers, custody exchanges, all that. What if PJ would have been put on game early? Because that's the whole point of being down here in the space, right? Game. Putting motherfuckers on game. So they don't go through and experience the same mundane nigga shit me and you had to. Well, despite his money, despite his fame, despite his millions of dollars in earned income, this bitch, this raggedy bitch. I know a lot of y'all like, I still hit Britney. Yeah, nigga, me too. I dog that jump. But is it worth it? In the end, you sacrifice your peace dealing with a bitch like that. Having an overly pretty bitch brings you more problems. When you have an overly pretty bitch, well, get what? You ain't the only one that thinks she's pretty. And the hoe know that shit. She's always gonna be tested by everything and everybody and everyone, bro. Every day is gonna be a stress and a strain of how strong is your game to keep this bitch. Miss Renner show she's more than just for the street. She's for whoever has a big enough checkbook. Yeah, that whole willing to go and flow with anybody, everybody who can possibly sustain what she perceives to be a cush lifestyle. She's always going to try to finesse and wiggle her way into a whole nother new situation. You never truly have the hoe. And the hoe that you can't have versus the hoe you want. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It sounds like a whole lot more work for a whole lot less return. I don't know. Even if you could finesse and finagle the bitch to act right and operate correctly, would it really be worth it in the end? This man's a multi-millionaire. He has one job, one thing to focus on. Can't do it. Can't do it. Why? Because he picked the wrong bitch. Straight up. Sitting back watching, looking, listening, consuming information. As usual. I'll be adding these stories to AI, hoping to boost and generate more videos when I decide to start making them again for my show, whatever. Yeah. But I just thought I'd bring that one up. Like, you got a multi-millionaire right here getting in arguments because he only put $11,000 in his son's account. Bitch, you ain't even got $11,000, Miss Cameraman. Fuck is your concern about that? See, this is what I always do. They lock arms to try to stain you. I like what Uncle D said. Women don't agree until they agree. You know what I'm saying? If it removes the benefit from you, them hoes work together. Well, this young man is about to learn a very valuable lesson. Can't trust these bitches. No, you can't. And if you do, well, you're a fool. Don't matter how much money you got, you make that whole invest as much skin into the game as you got in, if not more. Because you're not just destroying me, bitch, you're destroying us. Let's go. Video was disturbing because it touched a spot in my own motherfucking heart in life, situations and shit. I've seen this before. I lived through that before. Gonna go pick the kid up and kids up, and I gotta argue with this bitch. Don't matter how much money I got or what my status is. I gotta argue with this hard-headed asshole. You know why? Simple. You ain't fucking her no more. She can't attach herself to you no more. And she's looking for something to cling to. Well, young BJ, another cautionary tale. This is how they act. This is what they are. You can't bargain with them. You can't sit back and have a bunch of rational conversations with them. Nah. Renner is letting it all hang the fuck out because she was always going to do it. Yeah, she was always going to do that. She was always going to be that. Next bitch looking for the next trick to hit a lick. Personally, I think she would have did better on OnlyFans instead of being all out in the public like this. You know, at least a motherfucker could pretend that, you know, she's your one and only versus the whole world seeing hoe. But she misplayed her fucking hand, and you know, she misused her pussy. So now she getting old. She feeling it. She's paying the price. But that's what happened with a lot of these hoes. They misplayed their hand. They thought that using beauty would last longer than it did, and it didn't. Especially when you have a lifestyle of smoking and drinking and things of that nature. Anyway, you bros be easy, but proof is what it is. The hoe assumed she could force this man into a certain position. The moment he fought back, like, nah, he cut her off and got remarried and had left her SOL. You just the baby mother. Renee in turn fights back and was like, yeah, I am. But your son ain't never gonna love you. Watch. She's gonna turn that boy against him. Even for a man with money, the money doesn't guarantee you a bitch to act right. You could be pulling down 400,000-500,000 a year. Still don't guarantee a bitch to act right though. Here's what it is. I got shit to do. Go get this money up. You brothers be easy. Y'all be smooth, man. Stay away from the fuck shit. Yeah. I hope to God y'all don't go through none of this stressful ass fucking shit. Like, just stay away from boys. Nigga, stay away. Stay away. Stay away. They ain't quite learned yet. Like, all that nasty behavior come with a penalty at the end, bitch. Absence of me. And I'll make this boat float. Oh, you don't. Most you can do is get some pussy every now and then to a nigga to get a couple dollars. But you know what? Hard lessons, hard heads. Oh well. They'll figure it out eventually. They slow. It's what the fuck it is. Due diligence. Quiet storm. Salute, big bro. Mr. O. Sitting back watching, family. Sitting back watching, observing. Not just PJ's situation, but a few other people's. And I just, I ain't got too much to say. I ain't got too much to say, bro. Until I'm ready to say something. Yeah. Seeing shit. Moving through this thing, this good old thing called life and maneuvering. Anyway, I'll keep y'all up to speed. Got some more trips out of OT coming up. And I'd be more than happy for y'all to take the journey with me. You brothers be easy. Be blessed. Be well. Keep getting your money and keep making your moves. But most importantly, AC was right. Stay in the fucking shadows and keep doing it in secret. They don't need no none. Her best friend recording talk about, I would suck some dick if you had some money. Nasty bitch. I bet you would though. Despite your level of success, Keisha gonna be Keisha. Yeah. From maintenance manager to motherfucking general manager, Keisha gonna be Keisha. From war veteran to motherfucking running your own goddamn PMC, Keisha gonna be Keisha. From motherfucking contractor to government employee, Keisha gonna be Keisha, and that's all she gonna be. Sad, but real. Man, the pity about it, get about here. Jump in these streets and go make some money. So that's snoring in the fucking background. I ain't slept for shit, but still got shit to do. You bros be easy, be smooth, be at peace, and trust what your eyes are seeing. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Keisha gonna be Keisha. And you let them Keishas keep Keisha. Just let them Keisha the fuck away from you. Fuck that. Protect yourselves at all times, gentlemen. We out.